I'm tracking three funds, which is Motilal Fund, Quant Fund, Small Cap Fund, and I'm doing PPFAS, which is Parag Parikh Fund. Now I basically track what they're doing every single month from June, July, August, and then that basically gives me an understanding as to where the smart money is moving, and we have taken bets on these smart money trends, right? So let's quickly deep dive into the video and let me show you how this looks like. Now this sheet has the holdings of Parag Parikh Mutual Fund from July to August. So let's see what they've added, what they've decreased, and what they've completely exited. So as you can see, Parag Parikh has taken a double bet on CDSL. So CDSL last month in June, they had so many shares, and now in this quarter they have, in this month they have approximately 95 lakh share with a 100% increase. So Parag Parikh has doubled down on CDSL. We all know CDSL is a very good company with respect to its moat, its monopoly that they have. And if you look at it last month, you can see some big triggers happening. Here are the mutual fund buying that usually happens with a spike in volume, because as you saw, 47 lakh shares, 95 lakh shares are a lot. And as you see, the market has fallen. CDSL has fallen, but it is coming back to its 50-day moving average, and it will create a swing. And if you look at it from a fundamental standpoint, I think from a fundamental standpoint, it has been doing well. It has maintained its margin. So this is a very good bet that they have done. As you can see, I put a remark here as well. Double down on CDSL, as depository, RTA, AMC companies are doing well, because retail markets like us are constantly buying heavily into this ecosystem, right? Another company they have slightly increased is Power Grid, a small 4.4 increase in Power Grid. ICICI Bank they have increased, Kotak, HDFC, and Bajaj Holdings Limited. Now you have to understand that these are very safe plays, but if you look at Bajaj Holdings, right? So Bajaj Holdings is a holding company. It is not something that is directly a basic company, right? So this is a CIC. This is a investment and credit company with the Reserve Bank of India. So if you see that this is the holding company of all the different Bajaj companies that are there in the market, and they basically get either dividend or some kind of revenue from them, and they use this money to put it back into other companies, or they keep it with themselves. So as you can see, the promoter itself are the main Bajaj holding guys itself, and that is something that they've again increased by 0.82. Things that they've left unchanged is, you can see Tata Motor DVR. I think this has been gone because it has now swapped. They have reduced their allocation in Oracle Financial Services. They've completely exited last month and this month as well. So this is not going to be there anymore. Infosys is same, Coal India, Maruti. So all the large cap bets are here. So let's look at quickly what is something that they are exiting. And if you see here, they have continued to keep the pharmaceutical companies, because pharma sector has been doing well in the last few weeks. So pharma is continuing to going up, so they are continuing to keep it as well. Now if you look at what they have exited, this is the beautiful part, right? Now Bajaj Finance they have reduced a little bit. IndusInd Bank they have reduced 3%. Mahindra, Bharti Airtel they have reduced by 4 and 5%. Also because Bharti Airtel has gone up quite a bit. They've done a massive rally. Indraprastha Gas 6% reduction. Motilal Oswal 7% reduction. Now they have been constantly reducing stakes in all AMC companies is what we have noticed, right? Again, because the recent run up has happened, it has kept going up quite significantly. So UTI also, if you see, they've reduced. Tata Motors, they've reduced their stake. Hindustan Copper, they've reduced. And Piramal, they've completely exited, right? So these are some companies that we are seeing. And also we have been seeing that a lot of people are exiting metals. So metals and banks are not being the favorite of mutual fund companies. Banks mainly because of interest rate change, which will affect their margins. And metal, there is a probable recession that might happen in China. They are going through some problems. So the metal industry is not doing extremely well, right? So this is Parag Parikh. As you can see, it is very basic. They basically doubled down on CDSL because they found it as an opportunity, but pretty much the portfolio has remained the same with a lot of large cap bets. Now coming to the interesting guys, let's look at Quant Small Cap Fund. Now what Quant has done is they have doubled down. As you see, they have doubled down on Zydus Wellness. See this, they have increased it by 4x. So 267 lakh shares, 267 shares in the last month, and this month they have around 15 lakh shares. So they've done a crazy build up in positions in Zydus. FMCG is doing really well, and they didn't move much in the last 2 years. So this can actually become a good trigger that moves in, right? As you see, they had bought it in July, and they have doubled, triple, fourth down in August, right? So as you can see, the company has been going up. Even in July when they bought it went up, and now they have bought again in August. I think this is the buying position that they've taken on 2nd August. As you can see, it's not gone up from that point. It's sitting at a 47 P ratio right now. And if you look at this company from a year-on-year perspective, the growth rate is slightly slow, but that is why I think the stock didn't move as well, right? So this is something that we need to see as well, what is going to happen here. But they have taken a massive bet on it, and it has not moved. So is it an opportunity or is it a bad bet? We'll come to know. They have again doubled down on Piramal, right? A turnaround play is happening with Piramal. LIC, they have taken a new position in LIC. Pfizer, they've again pharmaceutical sector, they've doubled down. We saw pharmaceutical sector doing well last month, and they had also bought pharmaceutical last month. So you see Pfizer, AstraDM, all of that has come. They have taken more positions in Capacite Infra, right? Now this is again a very crazy company that is doing a massive run up at 20 PE right now, and you see this last 1 year it has gone up, and this is continuously going up in the last few years, right? So this is something that we have to do a little more research on, like even I have to do a little more research on, because infrastructure play, but these guys are playing more on the momentum side. So there's a really interesting play, and if you look at some of the comments, really interesting EPC company, PE of 20, good growth in the industry. I have an EPC company called Bajaj, which is a Bajaj Group company, but this also now I have to start reading up on what do they do and is there any overlap that might happen, right? So pharmaceutical sector again very good, and Piramal, they have taken a nice bet, right? In fact, if you see, Piramal was exited by PPFAS, and these guys have taken a double down bet on Piramal, I think somewhere here, as you see 14th August, when the dip has happened, they've taken massive positions over here, right? So this is something we'll have to see how this plays out. Coming to what else they have increased. They have increased in BASF, Agri-Chemical, 2 companies, Bayer and BASF. Gillette India is there, FMCG again. Bata, they have again taken 38% increase, because they believe that Bata is now at an all-time low and there is going to be a revival in this space. As you can see, the revival is something that they're all betting on. It has gone to its absolute low. And if that happens, they will make a good play on it. And they've been constantly increasing, yeah. Even Sun TV, they've increased. TVS, Sri Chakra, they've increased. Himadri is something that they've also gone into, because now they're suddenly seeing signs of chemical sector. And this is something that I even saw in my screener that comes, right? And if you see a lot of chemical companies, Fluorochem, Alkyl, Clean Science, Gujarat Alkyl, a lot of these chemical companies are coming up in my screener as well. So this is something that I'm also looking at as to why chemical companies have suddenly started changing their tune, right? Yeah, what they have reduced. This is very interesting. They have reduced Jash Engineering, they have reduced Latent View, okay? All-time high sales, but margins are subdued, so that is why they've taken an exit on this. PAT is also less. Gopal Snacks completely reduced by 43%. Now it has started to do well, but they had completely reduced it. Neogen Chemicals, 80% decrease, really overvalued chemical company. So basically what we do is I track all of the mutual fund buyings every month, and I see what they're increasing, what they're decreasing, because then I know for a fact that I should not be in the same positions that they are doing, or if they have exited something, there might be a reason, so I'm also going to exit from that, right? And I make notes like this, which helps me understand what is going on with the company. This is really like a guidebook for me to start investing in the market, right? Jindal Steel, they have taken out, in again, as you see, all metal companies are out. Pix Transmission out, NACL is out, Vimta Labs is out. So I would say, if you look at these guys, they are in a lot of pharma company, as you can see, pharma. So they are still in a lot of pharma company. They are in a lot of textile companies, even though textile companies have not given the rally. They are in textile companies as well. And if they're doubling down, they're going on Zydus, Piramal, and again some pharmaceutical plays as well. So Quant is having a very interesting book. So we need to see what they're going to do here. Now coming to the last one, this is something that I added last, because last month when I did this video, all of you guys said, Shashank, can you add Motilal Oswal as well? So in this video, we have added Motilal Oswal. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like it. And this is such a beautiful portfolio. So me and my team, when we were creating this, when Pratham was creating this, I was so happy, because I'm like, look at this, right? It's so beautiful. See, the company is very balanced, right? They have a increase in Voltas, right? They've taken a bet on Voltas. As you can see, Voltas is in the consumer discretionary space, all-time high right now. Even companies like Blue Star are doing like crazy beautiful growth, right? So just by tracking these guys, what they are buying, and they did this in July. So just by tracking them, you'll understand where the market is moving. And you see why Voltas is doing well, because consumer durables will do well when interest rate goes down. People start buying more, people start spending more. Kalyan Jewellers, 29% increase in Kalyan Jewellers. As we know that the gold prices have been tweaked a bit with the duties, and Kalyan Jewellers obviously is in a beautiful momentum rally as well. Not just Kalyan, all gold companies are doing well right now. Deepak Fertilizers, now this is a company that they have taken again. This is again something that did not move for a very long period of time. Even I was bullish in 2021, then took an exit on that. But now it has started to fly, mainly because their capex that they had done is starting to play out right now. It did a long cycle, as you can see, from 2022 it did not move, and now it has come back to its original point of 2022. Their capex is going to start, is almost done. So now they are going to see a massive play happening here. Phoenix Mills, small increase. Coforge, Tube, Zomato, Tube is very good. Zomato, they're increasing. Again, story of Blinkit becoming EBITDA positive. Unit economics are good. These are doing well. These are some very stronghold companies that they have. Oro Pharma, CG Power. CG Power is actually very overvalued, but again, very beautiful companies. Right? These are large mid-cap mix, but these are very strong companies. Right? As you see, the backing is very strong. It's not some risky place. And if you see what they've exited IT, which is Sonata. They've exited Prestige, they've exited Dixon. Again, Dixon is just it was on a tear, right? Look at this. It was just going up like there's no tomorrow with a massive 173 PE, even forward PE was around 80, 90. They've taken a exit on that. They've reduced some stake in Geo Financial. They've reduced Persistent, and Balakrishna Industries they've reduced, right? But I love the fact that this portfolio is so balanced. Even if I just look at the top 14 stocks over here, it looks so balanced and it looks so nice. And this is something that now I have understood a few plays, right, from this, and I'm going to see what they're doing. So if I had to take a guess from all the three companies, right, all the three mutual funds, have you noticed some trends? What are the trends? Let's come back. Now, one of the key trends that you've noticed from all three of them is they are on pharmaceuticals, right, which has been happening from last month, and you have seen pharmaceuticals have gone up almost 15-20%. All the companies have gone up, and we tracked it last month, so we made some money on it. FMCG is doing well. We saw, even if you look at ITC, if you look at Britannia, if you look at all of these companies are suddenly rallying a lot, right? Because when the market goes too high like this and there is a lot of euphoria, FMCG company comes into it to make it a little better, and if interest rate cuts happen, FMCG company again does really well. So we have seen a lot of move in this. There are some weird plays like chemical is seeing a boom. Insurance companies are also having a lot of momentum right now, mainly because of the GST cut rates, but none of the funds are actually holding that. So yeah, this was the entire video of showing. Now I do this every single month so that you guys have an idea of what the mutual funds are buying and how we make money out of this, or how we understand to make money out of this, or how we decipher how smart money is moving in the ecosystem. Now, for all the people who want this sheet, I'm going to share this in the YouTube community that is there. So for all the people who have joined it, you're going to get this sheet over there. And for all the people who are there in watching this video, please put in the comment section below what are some interesting picks that you like from this entire mutual funds as well. Let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to follow me. Don't forget to subscribe. This is me, Shashank Gudappa, signing off. Take care. See you guys. Bye.